Hey there guys, it's Lewi 4 and welcome to another video. We have finally finished it. Yes! Lego Harry Potter Diagon Alley from this year. It is absolutely fantastic. You'll probably notice not a hell of a lot of stickers on here because I did want to keep this very minimalistic in terms of like branding and things like that, because I did want to change a couple of these up and remock them. But yeah, this is just absolutely amazing. This whole set stands at about 40.3 inches. And I only remember because I measured it so I could get it on my desk. But it sits nicely at the back of there. There's like a bit of a city diorama going on there. But yeah, still a bit of room on the desk. But yeah, I just thought we'd get into this, and I know a lot of people have been looking forward to it. So without further ado, we'll get into this first building. So guys, the first building I wanted to start off with is the Ollivander's Wand Shop and Scribulus. These two, obviously I haven't put any stickers on them. I just wanted to remock this and make it into something else. I wanted to keep the actual structure itself, but just sort of change what was inside and what was going on. But I left as much as I could to the original set, bar the stickers, so I could show you guys what it looks like. So in terms of the front building, it just looks like a little town that I live close to. This this front sort of facade here with these windows is just absolutely awesome. I do love this sort of like beveled out front. I think this is going to work really well as a pub, and I think this might be a post office. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, there's a lot of cool features, a lot of cool sort of little Easter eggs and little hints at, you know, the film. If you like the film, I'm pretty sure you'll see them as I'm doing the full review. But here we've got this little minifig here, which is Hedwig, and the cool little printed piece there, which is the boy who lived. So I'll move that to one side. There are two other owls up at the top there. I'm not sure what their names are, but it's cool to have them added. They look really, really cool as a zoo. Another thing I really like, just as I pick up my tripod, is this front sort of paving design. This is really sort of, I would say, British paving design, sorry. This is like really reminiscent of like places where I've been in London, over near Yorkshire Way and things like that. It looks really, really like the roads that we have here in the UK. So if I flip this round, you'll get to see the inside of the build there. So on the far left-hand side, we've got like a little sort of apartment up top. It is a little bit difficult to see, just because the lighting in here isn't exactly great, but there's like a little skull, a little fireplace just in there. We've got like a sofa and a little rug there, and then down on the bottom in the Scribulus side we have obviously all the stationery and like a little desk there with a few other little trinkets. And then on the top of this side we've got like Ollivander's little ladder where he uses to pick out all the wands. So if I bring it just a little bit closer, we've got a wand shelf on that far right hand side that was really annoying to put together, but overall I really liked it. And then a desk and a chair over there. And another cool thing about these is that this set comes with a lot of these wand boxes, which is new to this set. And if you take off the lid, there's a wand inside. So I really do admire Lego's attention to detail with things like this. Let me just try and figure out how to put this back in. Oh, it's dropped down there. That's fine. That'll work. But also this staircase here swivels out, so obviously you can have this rested up against a wall as a display piece. And there's obviously a little bit of extra detail down below, just in this bottom left-hand corner here, where there's a couple more wands and things like that. And then on the right-hand side, we have the little, what is this, a little cash register just down there. I know the lighting isn't great, guys, but, and then on that far side, we have another wand display or shelf. So this is probably going to be a pub, this side, I think, and have a couple of tables. And I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the post office side, well, the Scribulus side anyway. But I really do like the attention to detail. I love the colours on this part, and it's just awesome. If you're wanting something like this to sort of bulk out a city, I don't see why you shouldn't get one. So let's move on to the next bit. So guys, this part is the Quidditch shop, and this little building here over to the right hand side is the Daily Prophet. I do think that the sort of Quidditch building could have been sort of moved over just ever so slightly so we could have some sort of top tier to the Daily Prophet. But that's just my opinion. I do like sort of buildings to be separate, but I suppose in the films it is probably like that. But again, we've got like this really lovely facade on the front, and there's a little cool little golden snitch there on front of the Quidditch shop. There's some more banners here as well on the left, and there's this one on the right. As you can see, no stickers. I did put this sticker on this front piece here. If I just tilt the tripod down ever so slightly, I did put this sticker on here because it was just a plain brown door, and I didn't want to leave it there as just this brown door. I thought I'd add a little bit of detail to it, and I really like this design. It's very British, and I do love my British stuff. So we'll get on to the inside. So it's this one's sort of like a 3-tier build. So there's like this little tiny bit at the top. We'll go over in a second. Actually, I'll bring you over there now. So there's a little rat there or a mouse with some cheese, some parcels, some more of those printed newspapers, and there's some more over here. You do get a lot of these, which is really nice of Lego. I really do like it. But the main bit I like about this building is these additional minifigures here, which are very hard to find and very hard to come across. This is the Ravenclaw uniform for the Quidditch players, which I do really, really like, and there's a lot of people after these, so these are a sought-after item. And it's nice of Lego to sort of add that into the set. And then there's this Hufflepuff one down here, which is really, really nice. I definitely like this one. This is awesome. It just pops loads, and a little sort of broom down there. If we just stick this minifigure back on there, if he's gonna stay there. There we go, he's staying in there. So this one is full of stuff from the film, especially when you sort of see the kids in one of the films down below, sort of looking at this Nimbus 2000 broom here. I remember that fondly actually when I was a kid. But there's a couple of cool little things like the chest on the top, and on this left hand side there's a couple of cool stickers just on this bottom end of the Daily Prophet. Not a hell of a lot going on in there. Could be much more. And obviously all this empty space at the top that they've just decided to fill with a spider web. I mean, fair enough if it's, you know, iconic to the film. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's I think it's a bit of an empty space that they could have filled out at least and done, you know, maybe something else. Maybe a couple of the goblins from the bank maybe, or something like that. But on the top level, we've got a couple more of these brooms. We've got some little trinklets and things like the bats. I can't remember the name of the bats, but yeah, we've got like the bat and some of the balls that are in there. And then we've got some uniform stacks here. These are really, really nice. I'll take one of these out. These are really interesting. Creates the illusion that there's stacked uniforms on there. That's really nice. Just stick that back in there, wherever it goes. And then on the bottom hand side, we've got some more uniforms at the bottom. I don't understand why this is grey. Shouldn't this be blue for Ravenclaw? I know it's like silver and blue, but yeah, still. They've got a very interesting build here with a couple more of the bats and things for Quidditch. And yeah, that's it. It's very basic in here. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this bottom section. Or the top, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to turn this building into. But yeah, this is probably... It's my favourite and my least favourite at the same time, because I do really like this front section. But don't really like the inside. The inside isn't really up to much. The only thing I like mainly on the inside is the minifigures. But this is my favourite because this is such a accurate depiction of, you know, what was in the film, and it's just one of those highlight moments for me, especially as a kid when I was watching the film. I just really loved this scene where they're all sort of like glaring into the window at this broom for Quidditch. But yeah, we'll get on to the next one. So guys, this is probably the smallest one of the set in terms of height. This one I can actually get in full frame with my tripod and everything out. This is the ice cream parlor. And this is Flourish Blots, I believe. This is like the library, and there's that famous scene where Harry Potter meets this gentleman here. I've forgotten his name. The phony in Chamber of Secrets. We'll just name him the phony. I can't exactly remember, and I don't want to go through the instructions and ruin a good review. But yeah, this is one of the ones that kind of reminded me the most of a town where I live, or nearby where I live, called Whitby, because just this sort of like front awning on here, and just the way this front building design is built, it reminds me of a lot of those old Victorian buildings that I usually see. But this is really nice. The colours are really really popping. I do like this green colour, and an interesting detail here on the side is these sort of dragon heads that are created and look a little bit like gargoyles on there. That's really, really nice. Another little flag or sign there, and these are really cool builds. These sort of book cases with the books sort of hanging out, little baskets and things. One thing I really don't like about this front bit here is these. These are really cool designs. I really do like them, but they just don't fit in anywhere. They just seem to sort of wobble about all over the place, and every time I move the set, they're just everywhere. So yeah, I'll put those to one side, but that's definitely something I don't like. I would rather have somewhere that I can sort of stick them to. But yeah, it's not ideal. One thing I do really like is these, as I've just broken the table, is these little sort of yellowy orange. I suppose they're like a fire translucent cups. They're really, really nice with the ice cream inside. I really do like that attention to detail, and just the front build there. It just looks awesome. I really do like this. This is another one of my favourite parts of the set where I like things that look realistic, and this looks realistic of somewhere where I've been. So if we go around to the inside is very full of colour, especially the ice cream parlour and the apartment just up above. So what we've got is, this is from, I think this is Chamber of Secrets, and there's just a little tiny piece there that's just, I've not stuck down properly. But on the top, there's this little small build. I haven't put any of the stickers on again, but this is just like a little small desk with a couple of these books on the side, where the book signing's going on in the Chamber of Secrets. I'm not really sure whether I'm going to use this or whether I'm just going to take the pieces apart and build something else out of it. But these stairs pop down here in this centerpiece, and they can pop back up if you're sort of resting it against a wall. So on the left-hand side, part of probably what I'm going to make into a library, on the left-hand side we've got a bookshelf there with a couple of these books sort of stood up. And then on the left-hand side there isn't really much. It's literally just like a display of a book that's facing out to the window. And then if we move down this way, there we go. There is like a little shelf just there. It's right at the back. It's really, really dark. It's like a little blue. It's got like a little book in it that says Wingardium Leviosa. I've just taken it out to one side because it's always flying away, actually. That's what I'll do. I believe it is over here somewhere. It's a bit like these books, and these sort of fold together. Really nice design, but it's just got a little printed piece in there. It's off to one side somewhere. But yeah, there isn't really an awful lot going on in here, so I'll probably add like a little cash register down at the bottom and maybe some signage maybe. But I really do like this ice cream parlour. Now that doesn't, you know, if that doesn't scream ice cream parlour to you, then I don't know what does. I do love this really like kitcheny checkered floor, which is really nice, and the bar there as well. I'll definitely add a little register in there too. And there's some more of those transparent sort of glasses on the side there with some ice cream. And I really do like that little cup there. That cup's really, really nice. And then on the top hand side, we've got a little table, a little rug, a little tiny chair. The chair's a little bit boring. I mean, I do like the colour, but in terms of the design, I mean, the minifigure's not going to be able to sit on there very well. And there's this little lamp here over to one side, but overall it's a nice little build. I do like it, and it'll look well in my city. So let's move on to the last and final piece. So this one is the Weasley's shop. I'm not going to pronounce the whole name because every time I've tried to do it I usually trip over my tongue. So we'll just call it the Weasley shop and Nocturne Alley just here. I would have liked a little bit more detail on this sort of section here, but other than that, it's a really nice piece. I do love this orange and purple sort of design that they've got going on the front. It's really cool. I like getting a lot of these brick textured pieces in purple, and these are sort of cool. Whatever this is, I'm not 100% sure whether I remember seeing this in the film, but it does look pretty cool, and it's a nice addition to have that darker purple against this sort of lighter pink lilac, I would call that. Another little cool thing at the front, if I just pick the tripod up, is there's a little switch just at the top. I'll show you just there. And what that does is that lifts this guy's hat up. And I thought this would be a really cool sort of toy shop in my city. So I thought, yep, I'm definitely going to make this into a toy shop. I might have, you know, something completely random and name it like a Mr. Rogers toy shop or something. But once you see inside, you'll see why I thought this was a brilliant idea for a toy shop. So on the inside, look at that colour. That colour is absolutely crazy. There's like a little balloon mini build here off to one side. That's really, really cool. Move this out to one side. There's lots of things going on, and I'll just have to sort of bring you in a little bit closer just to see all the details. So there's some really, really tiny minifigures in there. There's a lot of cool colours. I really do like this sort of railing on the stairs, like the banister. That's really, really nice. There's not a lot going on in the background at that back corner, because that is literally just the mechanism you can see behind there. But there's loads of cool things, like look at all that. That looks awesome. Like, you know, some toys stacked up, some really cool things down here at the bottom. It really looks like it's sort of vibrant and there's a lot going on. And then down on the bottom floor, we've got this little cash register. If I just pick this up, that's really, really cool. Really do like that. I'm definitely going to keep that in the toy shop. And then we've got a little shelf at the back, some more things on the bottom, and then we've got some more sort of toys and things like that, or, you know, magic boxes, I'm going to call them. So yeah, they look really cool. But this is another one that I'm like, ooh, is it my favourite or is it not my favourite? But yeah, like you could have something a little bit like over this side. If I just grab a random minifigure, see if they actually fit in there. Yeah, I suppose I'm kind of like pushing it a little bit, but you could have some sort of like creepy face in there if you wanted to make it some sort of scary set or something a little bit kooky or crazy. But I do really like this section. You can see why I went with a toy shop. But this, I believe, is just about as high as the Quidditch shop, because the Quidditch shop does have a little sort of chimney on the side. But other than that, yeah, this is really cool. There's a lot of stickers missing just because I didn't want to put them on again. But yeah, let's get onto the minifigures, guys. So guys, I'm actually like down on the floor trying to get a really good close-up of these figures. But we've got this gentleman right here. He's really cool. I can't remember his actual name. It keeps slipping my mind. That's not very good and professional of me. But yeah, he's a really, really awesome minifigure if he wants to stay there. We've got the guy from the Daily Prophet, which is actually unnamed. We've got Ollivander himself there, a really nice minifigure. We've got Florian, the guy from the ice cream parlor. We've got Ginny. We've got the Weasley mother. I can't remember her name either. We've got the Weasley twins. We've got Draco and Lucius. We've got Hermione. We've got Harry Potter. We've got Ron very at the end. Sorry, Ron. But yeah, they're really, really nice minifigures. A lot of cool detail. I'm actually happy to have a Slytherin minifigure as well, rather than just having all Gryffindor. And then especially these two. I think these two are definitely going to be workers in the toy shop. But this lady, the Weasley mother, does look really, really haggard. Like her face scan is a little bit old, and I don't think they should have done that. But yeah, a lot of really, really nice minifigures here and a couple of little mini builds. But yeah, let's move on to my final thoughts. So overall, guys, I was really, really ecstatic about this set. There was a lot of things that I enjoyed. There was a lot of things that were tedious, but that is just Lego. I mean, the overall thing that, you know, got me through this was just remembering all the lines from the Harry Potter film and just enjoying it as a whole. Despite these little two mini builds not really having anywhere to go. I didn't really show this one off, but this is like some sort of love potion, I believe. A lot of cool parts. Yeah, despite those not having anywhere to go, that's about the most negative thing I can say about this set. But other than that, it looks great. I've got it on a little sort of display at the minute. It's not fully connected because I will be moving the city, but it just looks awesome. And I think if you're a big Harry Potter fan, you should definitely get it. And I'm sure you will enjoy building it. I mean, just look at the scenes that you can sort of create and go through and live out some of those scenes from the Harry Potter film. But yeah, I suggest if you haven't already got it, you should get it. So I'm going to leave this review here, guys, and I really appreciate it if you could give me a like, a share, and subscribe if you really enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.